This ABC 15 flash briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hi, I'm Nick Saletti here on a Monday with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. This week, Americans will get a little more help trying to access free COVID tests. The White House announcing the website designed to help distribute those at-home kits. It's going to launch Wednesday. People can use the site to order up to 4 tests per household. President Joe Biden initially set that number to $500 million, but then increased it to $1 billion. A phone line will be created for people who don't have computer access. The White House estimates the test will take at least a week to arrive. The Navajo Nation updating its COVID protocols as it deals with the surge of cases. The tribal president there, Jonathan Nez, signing an executive order requiring all government workers to get a booster shot, updating the term fully vaccinated to include 2 doses of the vaccine plus a booster. The nation reporting 525 cases Friday, more than 240 cases over the weekend. ASU men's basketball back on the court after several games were postponed because of COVID and the health and safety protocols. The team taking on Utah this afternoon at Desert Financial Arena here at home. The game was supposed to be days ago. This is the team's 3rd game in 28 days and only the 2nd game in 2 weeks. The team falling to Colorado over the weekend. Should the federal government spend even more money combating the pandemic? There is a renewed push by some for another emergency relief package in the coming weeks. Joe St. George takes a look at what could be included and why this time an emergency request may face scrutiny.
The country will soon begin year 3 of living with COVID, and one thing is clear: the pandemic isn't ending anytime soon.
Record hospitalizations.
Within the last month, the federal government promised more COVID tests for schools, a new website and delivery program for free at-home tests, more military personnel to hospitals, not to mention increased vaccine distribution around the world. The problem with those ideas? They aren't necessarily cheap, and that is why Democratic House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer confirmed he expects the White House to make another emergency funding request soon. What could be included? The request hasn't officially been made yet, and negotiations are only beginning, but it is expected to be, quote, substantial and include ideas like more resources for testing in schools, funding to send more vaccines to poorer countries. Aid to restaurants has even been discussed, too. No stimulus checks are expected, though.
Unlike previous requests, the White House may not get everything that they want. Inflation is at a 40-year high, and many Republicans and some Democrats put the blame on too much government spending.
Since March of 2020, the government has spent over $5 trillion battling the pandemic, but there's a growing concern by some that the money hasn't been spent yet. Republican Senators Roy Blunt of Missouri and Richard Burr of North Carolina have written a letter to the Secretary of Education asking why, quote, as of December 30th, 86% of the funding remains unspent by K-12 schools. Where is the disconnect between the department and schools, they write? The federal government is only funded through the middle of February, and an emergency COVID request could be part of a bill to keep the government open. I'm Joe St. George reporting.
Joe, thank you. A new study finds politics is bad for our health. Researchers at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln found an estimated 40% of Americans blame politics as a significant source of stress. The study found between 1/5 and 1/3 of adults blame politics for causing feelings of anger, fatigue, and causing a loss of temper. Researchers say that they conducted a similar study in 2017 and found similar results, meaning a change in president really didn't impact the stress level. ABC 15 is your home for the Arizona Cardinals wildcard game. Cardinals versus Rams starting at 6 tonight, right here on ABC 15.
Hi there, I'm Nohelani Graf with your most accurate forecast from ABC 15 Arizona. Mild temperatures across the state today. We'll have partly cloudy conditions in some areas, then clearing in the second half of the day. And we'll see temperatures in the 40s and 50s north of the rim, closer to 60 degrees across central Arizona. Out west, we're in the 70s, and across the southern portion of the state, more 70s as well. Here in the valley, we'll top out at 71 degrees. Official temperature in Tempe and Ahwatukee, as well as Queen Creek and Fountain Hills. Cave Creek and Carefree looking to stay in the mid to upper 60s for today. Over in the West Valley, 71 is that forecast high for Surprise and Peoria, as well as Glendale, 72 in Levine, Goodyear, and Buckeye. And as we move through the next 7 days, we will drop our temperatures as rain chances return to our forecast tomorrow afternoon, but then we'll rebound back into the 70s by Thursday, and that will carry us through next weekend.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, go to abc15.com or just download our free ABC 15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 flash briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.